Only one Prime Minister in Jamaica's history has joined the elusive three-term club. Will Andrew Holness break into this rare political league? Or could he face the same fate as many global leaders lately, voted out over economic frustration? Prime Minister Andrew Holness has led Jamaica with undeniable achievements and steady progress, boasting record-low unemployment and a stable economy in a turbulent global climate. But as he eyes a historic third term, he faces challenges that echo a worldwide voter rebellion against the status quo. Take a glance at recent headlines. Incumbents across the globe are being ousted over one unwavering issue: the cost of living. But let's rewind for a second. If Holness succeeds, he would join the ranks of Patterson, the only Jamaican Prime Minister to serve 3 consecutive terms. Patterson achieved this with a savvy combination of economic reforms, social programs, and popular initiatives that resonated with the Jamaican people. So, what's different now? How did Patterson carve his path to the 3-term club? And what unique hurdles does Holness face? Patterson's tenure from 1992 to 2006 set the bar high. His government severed Jamaica's 18-year dependency on the IMF, a move that empowered Jamaica with economic independence and bolstered national pride. This single act gave his administration more financial leeway, allowing for the launch of programs that helped uplift many Jamaicans, particularly the economically vulnerable. Patterson's administration also courted foreign investment, bringing in over $4.7 billion. That's not just a number. It meant job creation, infrastructure development, and the transformation of entire sectors. For instance, the Telecommunications Modernization Initiative, which ended Jamaica's telecom monopoly, paved the way for a more connected nation and remains one of the Caribbean's most important infrastructure achievements to this day. But perhaps his crowning accomplishment was a 70% reduction in Jamaica's poverty rate, an incredible achievement that surpassed even the Millennium Development Goals. His approach was multifaceted. He introduced social programs like the Jamaica Drug for the Elderly program and the Jamaica Social Investment Fund to support those in need, and advocated for legal reforms that promoted democratic values and public trust. So, where does this leave Holness? Can he replicate Patterson's success? Or will global trends and the weight of Jamaica's current challenges steer voters in a different direction? Holness took office with promises to transform Jamaica, and by many measures, he's made good on those promises. The unemployment rate, now at historic lows, reflects one of his administration's greatest successes, giving Jamaica a critical boost in global competitiveness. Despite the turbulent waters of the COVID-19 pandemic and worldwide economic uncertainty, his government has maintained a stable exchange rate, a feat that requires disciplined economic policies and careful balancing of national finances. Further, his administration doubled the national minimum wage, signaling a commitment to improving living standards. Holness's investments in the infrastructure domain have aimed to modernize water management and telecommunications, addressing long-standing issues affecting daily life and business operations in Jamaica. On the surface, it's a list of achievements any leader would be proud of. Yet these successes come with their own set of complications. While economic stability sounds ideal, many Jamaicans feel the pinch of rising costs and stagnant wages. It's a global story, but one that's all too real in Jamaica, where the average citizen's quality of life doesn't always align with national economic growth. And this is the crux of Holness's challenge. His record on paper is strong, but will it resonate with voters who feel that prosperity hasn't reached their wallets? Holness's struggles mirror those of leaders worldwide. Across continents, Governments are grappling with inflation and high living costs spurred by global events, from the pandemic to the Russia-Ukraine war. These crises have created a common denominator in political upheaval, with voters reacting harshly to leaders they feel have failed to shield them from these economic burdens. The cost of living issue in the United States contributed to Donald Trump's success in unseating the Democrats. Similar stories are unfolding across Europe, Latin America, and Asia, where frustrated electorates are sweeping away incumbents. Even Holness isn't immune to these trends, as seen in his party's loss of Kingston and St Andrew in recent local elections. It's a warning sign and a potential foreshadowing of what could happen on the national stage in 2025. If this look into Jamaican politics is resonating with you, make sure to subscribe for more insights into Jamaica's pivotal issues and the voices shaping our future. Don't miss out. If Holness wants to secure a third term, he will need to go beyond the numbers and address the lived realities of Jamaicans. Patterson's strategy was grounded in social welfare and poverty reduction, actions that built an emotional connection with voters and left an enduring legacy. Holness is already addressing water problems and poor road conditions across Jamaica. What programs can he launch to directly reduce costs for the average citizen? Another potential pathway for Holness is through enhancing transparency and communication. Voters want to feel seen and heard, especially during times of financial strain. By openly addressing the economic pressures Jamaicans face and acknowledging the real struggles they encounter, Holness could bridge the gap between government policy and public perception. Governments tend to be weak at letting the people know about their achievements and understand how existing initiatives may benefit people and communities. Notwithstanding, there are red flags on the horizon, and recent opinion polls reflect a shift in public mood. The opposition is gaining ground, and Holness's own party has faced internal pressures. But there's also some good news. Recent global trends suggest that inflation may be stabilizing, and if this trend holds, it could ease the economic pressures on Jamaicans. This wouldn't just be a reprieve for the public, but a political gift for Holness, potentially giving him the breathing room he needs to focus on other issues and win back public favor. However, time is ticking, and the 2025 election is fast approaching. Holness faces an uphill battle, not only against the opposition, but against the very fabric of modern political challenges. It's a race against time. Can he implement enough changes to turn the tide in his favor, or will the discontent be too much to overcome? The stakes couldn't be higher as Jamaica heads toward its next election. A win for Holness would solidify his place in history, joining him with Patterson in the three-term club and setting a new precedent for political longevity in Jamaica. But a loss would be a clear message from the electorate that economic numbers alone aren't enough. Jamaicans want more than stability. They want shared prosperity. So, what do you think? Can Andrew Holness pull off a political hat-trick, or will he be another leader swept away by the demands of an evolving electorate? Please share your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep this conversation going.